Anyone else like to speak? Mr. Brunner.
Okay, Don Brunner, 20 Rutland Drive. Let me just ask, you all couldn't wait until the budget this year to raise the electric utility rates? You couldn't wait till April?
The rates were last raised January 1 of '09, so every month we delay and are not collecting those fees, it's a higher burden. So, you know, if we wait a month, that's basically 1% more burden for every month we wait in rough numbers.
Yeah, last November, December, you all decided you didn't want to increase the electric rates until this year, and now it's this year, so it didn't take you long, did it?
It took, as Robert pointed out, it made a big difference having a full 12 months worth of usage to make the calculations, and the budget process has begun, so we're beginning to feel what the pain's going to be, and the time is now.
So the electric rates will go into effect starting February 8th, the next meeting?
No. March 1st.
No.
When?
March
1st.
And so when will the taxpayers get their increase in the bill? Which bill?
It's paying your electric bill will be as of March 1st will be the new rates.
But they wouldn't see it really until April because it's your usage starting March 1st. So
yeah, you were all very reluctant to do this just a couple months ago. Just to point that out to you.
We knew it had to be done.
Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Calford.
Well, is there anyone else wishing to be heard? Nope, got a couple. Got to jump up there.
Craig Zuma, 28 Albright Circle. I just wanted to make two comments. One was about the Lincoln Place. I just wanted to thank everyone to take into consideration all the work that is proposed there. Is a lot of work. It would definitely be a tremendous asset to the town. There's a lot of things in town that are proposed, but I think this could be one of the crowning jewels for not just us, but everyone that perceives us as Madisonians. And the other thing I wanted to just bring to light is regarding the electrical conversation, the terminology of usage and consumption. I think they're two different words, and I want to make sure that everyone understands how it is when you unscrew a light bulb, an incandescent, and you screw in a compact fluorescent. You've paid someone else the money that we would have been getting as the electric utility itself. So that money disappears. So I think going forward, something has to be able to be understood that all of that money goes into the abyss, and we will never recoup that money as the technology gets more efficient for everything, from HVAC, and it's not just the residential market, but the commercial market as well. The HVAC loads are lessened because there's less heat, so there's less AC. So all of it is just a self-fulfilling prophecy. So at some point, if someone has to be able to generate electricity to be able to offset the $3 million, just so that our increase doesn't go, but the utility can function, continually, that's something that I don't know. I think should be taken into consideration.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's it.
And one of the things we'd like to do or be able to do is to generate and take advantage of solar or even possibly, I don't know if we can do wind, but certainly solar technology, but we have a problem in that we can only generate that to power something. We can't use it and send it back to the grid like everyone else can because we have our own utility, and we're working through our legislators to try to see if Mr. Cody's been very successful in putting some cracks in that wall and see if we can get our hands on being able to get the energy incentives for our customers. So
I agree. Well,
yeah.
thank you all of us.
Thank you. Up heavy, come on. Okay, I was going to say I know you've been tried several times. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary Smith, 4 Academy Road. A couple of comments again about the electrical rate increase possibility. I find that I've already been dialing down for some time, given current rates and so on, and I suspect that other people in town may have been doing that too, which is part of the reason why demand has dropped. I think Mary Ann's point about the weather and less use of air conditioning is also part of the whole lessening of demand. And I'm wondering, as you think about this, there is perhaps a vicious cycle that may develop, as somebody has just pointed out before me, which is that if rates go up across the board for all users, that they may dial down all the more, and as demand goes down, we only will have to be increasing the rates in order to maintain the amount of revenue coming in. Perhaps you might want to give some thought to having a schedule that imposes different rates on different categories of users. For example, if there are people in town that are not paying any property taxes, perhaps a differential in the rate increase for their utilization of the electric power might be a little bit more of a fair way of doing this, as opposed to straight across the board to all of the homeowners who are perhaps even using a lot less. Another way to perhaps do it inversely and to counteract the loss of demand among high users who may also start dialing down, perhaps beyond a certain amount of utilization, the rates could be decreased instead of increased to overcome that potential problem. So I think there might be several ways that you could go in working with the increase for different types of users, and that might help in the revenue situation.
Great. Thank you.